Beijing has just staged one of the biggest military parades in modern history. From hypersonic missiles to swarms of drones, China rolled out its most advanced weapons and invited the world to watch. But this wasn't just a celebration. It was a powerful message. A message to the United States, to its rivals, and to anyone doubting China's rise. The new world order may already be here. Welcome to Hope Flicks. Let's break down what this all really means. On September 2nd, Beijing hosted the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit, followed by a massive Victory Day parade. The event marked 80 years since the end of World War II, but it was far more than a commemoration. It was a stage where China brought together powerful friends and showcased military dominance. Seated alongside Xi Jinping were Russian President Vladimir Putin and North Korea's Kim Jong, two leaders who have openly opposed the US and the West. Together, their presence was meant to send a message of unity against American influence. The parade displayed cutting-edge Chinese technology, hypersonic missiles capable of outpacing US defense systems, stealth drones, next-generation tanks, and advanced naval weapons. Thousands of troops marched through Tiananmen Square in perfect formation, while fighter jets painted the skies above Beijing. This was not just military theater, it was geopolitical signaling. China's leadership wanted to demonstrate three things. First, strength. By showing its latest weapons, Beijing reminded the world that it is no longer just a regional power. It's a global military heavyweight. Second, solidarity. The presence of Putin and Kim symbolized an emerging bloc of nations that openly challenged the West. This wasn't just about China, it was about creating an alternative alliance structure, one that rivals NATO and Western dominance. And third, leadership. China is positioning itself as the voice of the so-called Global South, offering an alternative to the US-led international order. The message was clear. If America represents the past, Beijing wants to represent the future. So who exactly was this parade directed at? To the United States, it was a warning. China is ready to challenge US power across the Pacific and beyond. To its neighbors like India and Japan, it was a reminder of who dominates Asia. While India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi attended the summit, he avoided the parade, perhaps signaling cautious diplomacy. To the world's developing nations, Beijing presented itself as an alternative leader, a country that can stand up to the West and provide security partnerships outside of Washington's influence. Analysts say this parade felt almost like a Cold War moment, a show of force meant to draw battle lines, not just for today, but for the decades ahead. But while China's parade wowed some, it also raised concerns. Western nations warned of a new arms race. Some see Beijing's display as a direct challenge to global stability. At the same time, critics point out that China's economy is slowing, youth unemployment is rising, and debt is climbing. To them, this parade is not just a show of strength. It's also a distraction, a way for Xi Jinping to project confidence abroad, even as challenges mount at home. For Russia and North Korea, however, the event was a win. Both nations used the spotlight to reinforce their partnership with Beijing, solidifying an axis that looks increasingly opposed to Western influence. In the end, this was more than just a parade. It was a statement, a declaration that China is no longer willing to play second to the United States, and that it intends to shape the future of global power. But the question remains, was this truly a sign of China's strength, or a mask covering its weaknesses? What do you think? Is Beijing showing the world that it's ready to lead, or simply putting on a performance to hide its struggles? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Hope Flicks for more deep dives into world events that matter.